Hello, everyone. Welcome to Podtacular, the unofficial Halo Universe podcast. I'm your host, Duststorm, and we are recording at E3 right now, strangely enough, at an EA booth, of all places. Hence the EA water bottles that we have in front of us.
Yeah.
But we got some nice Halo information yesterday regarding Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
Correct.
And Halo 2 Anniversary.
Correct.
And the multiplayer beta for Halo 5.
And Nightfall.
Yes.
The Ridley Scott
Some
short.
live action.
So we're going to be talking about all of that here. First off, to introduce our guests, some of you guys may know who the person to my far right is. Naked Eli from Naked Halo.
What's up?
Welcome back on the show, man.
Thanks, dude.
It's been a while. How have you been?
I've been good. Good?
Good?
You've been sleeping on my couch.
I know. I have. Last 2 nights.
I haven't.
No, you haven't.
Sad day.
Sad
You want to come
night.
You want to come join the party?
I'm fine during the day, just not
Okay.
at night.
Oh, okay. And to my immediate right is someone I got to meet here. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I am Shane Osborne, also H2O Shoagie, or Two-Thirds God, and I have just been part of the Halo community and got lucky enough to be brought out here by 343 and hang out with these guys.
Yeah.
Very nice. So you're in my boat to where we got in E3 because of Microsoft and Halo, pretty much.
Yes, as you can see, we're both Xbox fan.
Exactly. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but it says Xbox fan. So we are fans of Xbox.
That is our company.
Yes. Xbox. We're going to talk about some Halo stuff. First off, the Xbox media briefing was amazing. It was my first time at E3. I know, George, this was not your first time at E3. So how did the Xbox press briefing compare to past years?
I really enjoyed this year's. Last year's was more focused on like television and NFL and had all these pieces that were geared towards the general population regarding the Xbox One. It wasn't targeted toward gamers. This year was all games, fully targeted to people like us. Showed off the Halo. Last year there wasn't really anything about Halo, right? It was just that Halo 5 trailer, the second to last trailer of the day.
Yeah.
Which I was super pumped for because, in my mind, when they show an E3 Halo trailer, the game launches the year after. That's always how it's been done without exception. And so this is the first year, a month ago we learned that Halo 5 was getting pushed back till 2015.
So they clarified that earlier, saying they never said specifically Halo 5.
It's such a nitpick because they did it during the Halo 5 trailer.
So
I see
again,
their
that's
point.
not
They
exactly
said,
Halo 5
They
either.
said, no, but it is. Master Chief walking in the desert with the Cortana chip can be nothing other than Halo 5. Unless, okay, maybe, what is it, a part of Nightfall? A part of the short?
So it's supposed to...
I don't think so.
I know. A lot of people definitely thought that trailer was for Halo 5.
Yeah.
And the response 343 has come back and says, no, that was just the announcement of the journey that was coming for this year. So going from what was supposed to be the trilogy and translating that into the new journey for Halo, which I think confused everybody, really.
No, it was a clever marketing ploy. They just wanted people to get excited and think that it was coming this year. And then when people learned it wasn't, they had something else to actually present to us, which actually, I don't even care anymore because I'm so excited for the Master Chief Collection. I don't know if you want to talk about it, what comes with it, why it's so amazing.
Yeah, we'll get there in a minute.
Yeah, you're running the show, not me. So.
It's cool, dude.
But Mr. Narrator over there.
But Shane, this is not your first E3, or is it?
No, this is my first E3. I've been doing PAX and other big events for about 8 years now, and I've just always had to skip E3. And last minute, I booked my flight last week and came out.
Nice. So how was this experience compared to PAX and some of the other conventions that you've been to?
The convention center itself is a lot more relaxed. At PAX, with the enforcers always pushing you around, you got to go here, you got to do this. There's none of that. Everyone here has a purpose, their media industry, and they know what they want to do. There's no 20 people sitting in an aisle blocking something off and then someone getting tackled and people being dragged all over. It had an epic feel here because it was just relaxed, and you go to the press conference, everything lighting up and booming, the anticipation by everyone in our group walking around. The adventure to get there was amazing.
So as far as like the light show goes, we actually got to be a part of it because of some awesome wristbands, which I did bring mine today.
And you won't be seen now.
Such a noob cake.
It was pretty cool. We got to be part of the light show. That we had these wristbands that glowed, and they were programmed to do some stuff during the show. That was pretty interesting. That was a good way to get all the crowd involved.
Microsoft now controls every single one of us that still has it. The government is watching.
We're secretly going to be injected with poison relatively shortly. So I
Being
hope you enjoy
tracked
this
and
podcast.
everything.
The guy totally thought you were serious.
We all just lost it because a man in a really nice clothing attire walked out of the bathroom with a bunch of bowls and thought that I was really scared about the government. Where else at E3 will a man walk out of the bathroom with bowls?
I have no idea. Being part of the show was pretty cool. And for my first E3 experience, the Xbox press briefing was pretty amazing. So I'm excited. I know everyone was excited here for Halo, so why don't we go ahead and dive into that a little bit. The Master Chief Collection got announced, and that's going to be coming out on November 11th of this year, which is pretty amazing. Initial reactions to that?
Awesome.
Pretty much. I think that's a good word to describe it. What about you, Shane?
I'm Noble 14, so of course I want some Halo 2 back in my life. I need it.
Yeah, I think everyone wants it and needs it.
And then they'll never take it off again, so I don't have to be worried about staying on for 3 weeks and becoming famous for a week.
Were you one of those that stayed on till the very end of Halo until they had to shut it down?
Yeah, I think that's why they brought me here.
Very nice.
He told me that. Shane told me that when we first met. I give him mad respect. He has my eternal respect. Forever.
I didn't burn down my house, even though my box seemed like it was about to explode many times.
So I guess for a little history, for those that don't know, Halo 2 was shut down unofficially for a while, and then it went on for, 2 weeks? While they let people filter out?
The Xbox Live servers were shut down, but Bungie said they were keeping their servers up. So as long as you were still online through Xbox Live, you could hang on to the Bungie servers. But if you lost connection for any amount of time, you could never get back on.
Yeah, and that lasted, about 2 weeks, I think?
2.5 weeks, I think. The last couple of days there were only about 3 people, but we had a stream going. Everyone was just watching us super bounce on maps, and they were just picking out what we do. We had 12 left at one point. We were doing 6-on-6 match. We got every single person left on Halo 2 into a single match, which was, thinking about it, really cool, because you'll never be able to really say that about a game again. Get every single person that can possibly play the game to do it at once.
And for a game that was so influential and pretty much had an impact on every Xbox gamer's lives that were on the Xbox back then.
Definitely.
So, the Master Chief Collection, for everyone that is listening to this that hasn't been paying attention to the Halo news lately, comes with 4 games. It comes with every game that Master Chief has been featured in, including Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4, with Halo 2 being remade, getting the anniversary treatment, similarly to how Halo CE got the anniversary treatment. And we got to see a live gameplay demo of Ascension being played. So that was pretty exciting, getting to see some of the new graphics and everything that they've been doing. What do you guys think? It looks pretty awesome, right?
Awesome.
Bringing back any cool memories?
Absolutely.
The Banshee for me.
The Banshee is so
Let's
sexy.
fly the Banshee at the tower.
I can't wait.
Mr.
This might make me sound like a noob, but could you do backflips with the Banshee in Halo 2?
Yes.
You
I'm
could,
not
but
sure.
You can't do side flips?
You could do side flips.
I thought you could do backflips.
I don't recall. It's been too long. It's been a good, how long? 9 years since I've played that game? Yeah.
Been a while, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We have something to figure out later. I will get on my copy and just try it
Yeah,
out.
someone please comment.
I got Halo 2 Vista on my laptop, so we can try that on there too.
There you go. So
So,
that's Vista.
there you go.
That's a differente.
But it's going to be the same thing. It's Halo
Maybe.
2.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had some good questions asked at the Halo party, like if they're bringing back the Halo 1. Is that loud? Okay. Sorry, that's really loud in the background. Saying if this was so loud. So, for example, in Halo 1, if you had the flamethrower in some of the maps for Halo 1 PC, does that mean they're bringing back the flamethrower in those Halo 1 maps, and the flamethrower will be integrated into Halo 1 gameplay?
Well, another question to that too is, I'm still a little unclear on how they're bringing back Halo 1, because when I asked them what version they were bringing back, they said Halo CE Anniversary, which
Okay, so I can clarify that, because I asked Bravo and I asked some other people.
Okay.
Basically, the campaign is copy-paste. Complete port, just copying lines of data.
From
basically.
Anniversary.
From Anniversary. However, the multiplayer maps supposedly are completely redone, and there's going to be a new engine running Halo 1 multiplayer, similar to the Halo 1 engine. So this is what's pumping people up, is that for the first time ever, there will be an official Microsoft Xbox Live support system for Halo 1 multiplayer.
That is insane.
Yes.
That's because I had someone ask me that earlier today via text.
Yes.
And that was one of the things that I'm going to bring up with 343 tomorrow when I record with them is just getting that
right.
But
why would
like,
they put it on the Reach maps with Reach Engine? It doesn't
right.
make sense.
So
They
I thought about that.
redid it.
And it's like that. Well, they said it was a CEA port that doesn't include all the Halo maps. So we're almost getting 1.5 remakes, really. When you think about
in
it.
that sense.
Yeah. So that's really cool.
It is really cool. We are also asking a lot of questions about the ranking system, but no one could say anything. And honestly, part of it is because they haven't even figured it out themselves. They're still doing a lot of testing on, do we want it all completely casual? Do we want to have like a 1 to 50 system? Do we want to have an arena-like system? Do we want to have leagues and divisions like League of Legends? There's so many things that are on the table that nothing is set in stone yet for that.
Yeah, every one of the 343 guys had a different opinion of what they liked best and what memories they had of wanting to rank up. Do they want to do it fresh? Do they want to get to their 50? Do they want to get their moon? What do they want?
Yeah.
It was
Allow me to clarify, I'm not saying that they're like trying to copy other games, but they do have Josh Menke on board doing their ranking systems, and he's a genius. Like, he created the StarCraft 2 ladder system that League is now like sort of based off of, and just so many. He's so influential in the industry, and they have him. That's a huge asset. Bravo and Neighbor and the guys were saying how everyone's having the meeting, and Menke walks in and just says something, and like everyone's minds are blown. He's just that guy. He's such a genius that everyone really respects him and really respects his opinion. He's so innovative, and I have full faith that he's going to make whatever system they eventually decide on like super fun. And I think because they're bringing all the competitive players in, that it's going to be targeted at both competitive and casual players. And I have a feeling, just from talking to everybody, that they're going to bring back the 50 in Halo 3, that they're going to bring back the 50 in Halo 2, that they're going to make a 50 for Halo 1, whatever that maximum rank is, and then allow players to, in whatever it is, a true skill system or an ELO system, play through all these ranks again, instead of porting over your old ranks from old games through your gamer tag.
Right, and then it's definitely sounded like there was a possibility we'll see maybe like an overall rank attached with that too. So we'll have individual game ranks and possibly an overall rank too.
That's the awesome thing about how everything's in one interface, how they showed it out. You will select every game from a single interface where that, like all your ranks combined could show something awesome, and you'd be able to really compare and contrast each game with your friends.
Yeah, super cool.
And that really blew my mind too, because whenever we were talking about the Master Chief Collection rumor a little while ago on our podcast, I thought about how are they going to handle all 4 engines in one interface. But the fact that they're working on it, and every time they have a new build, it gets quicker and quicker with the load times. It's just like, wow, the Xbox One must have a lot of power, and being able to load those up that fast and that quickly whenever you're going into a matchmaking game is ridiculous. Because you have these playlists that are per game type, and then you'll get listed options for map and game.
Well, that's
generation.
for some of them. Some of them, they're saying it's going to be cross-game, where you can have, like, let's say, Halo 1 Blood Gulch Slayer, Halo 2 Midship CTF, Halo 3, Pit Slayer, or whatever. And then everyone votes to see which map and which game they want to play. So you can play all the Halos in one playlist. But they also said they're considering doing just, game-specific ones. So, like, you go into the Halo 2 lobby, and then there's all Halo 2 playlists. And he also said they're going to have rotational playlists. This is Bravo I'm talking about. He said, like, this is all still up in the air, but it's looking like we're going to try out each of them and see how they do. Rotational playlist being every 2 weeks or whatever. They'll have Team Snipers, and then they'll switch that out with Ricochet, or I don't know, whatever they're deciding on. But switching it around and using the audience as their gauge, the community as their gauge.
Yeah, and they have a lot more room to mess with playlists too, because they're going to have a bunch of playlists there for the ones that will have the game-specific hoppers, and then the ones that have multiple games in them. So they're really looking to expand and have community feedback on what they want to see.
Yeah, the one thing that anyone mentioned to me was that they were worried about the playlist, but that is the easiest thing they can fix on a week-to-week basis. So if that's the only huge concern by the community, that it's the easiest thing to fix, and no one should
No, there was
really
another
worry.
concern. People were complaining on Halo Gap about CG cutscenes. How dare they use the studio that gave us all the coolest Halo cutscenes ever?
We saw
and make
that Sergeant
CG
Johnson.
cutscenes. Dude, he looks so good.
And have you seen the Arbiter?
The
Arbiter one?
Yes. Yes,
that
with
one
the glare
looks
off
amazing.
of his face and
the
armor.
detail in that
Yeah.
I'm like drooling over here. It's like you don't want CGI cutscenes.
Blasphemy.
I appreciate the in-game cutscenes. There you go. I appreciate the in-game cutscenes, but if you have a full studio that is known for making good cutscenes, doing the cutscenes for Halo 2, why not take advantage of it?
Absolutely.
So I'm all for it, and it'll be a more cinematic and a more integrated experience, I think, having those kind of cutscenes there.
Yep.
And if you want, you can switch back to old graphics, just like you could with Halo CE Anniversary.
Can you do that with the cutscenes, though?
You can only do it like once you enter into the cutscene, you can't change in the middle of cutscene. So if you're on classic mode and you enter a cutscene, it'll show the classic
That's
cutscene.
confirmed?
I believe so, yes.
Cool. Okay.
Remember to press that button if it really bothers you.
I mean, if someone has, I mean, I can ask them tomorrow whenever we do the podcast to clarify. But
Damn it, I
someone,
saw the CG cutscene. I got to play through the whole level again and watch the non-CG cutscene.
I believe I saw it somewhere where they said you can only watch the CG cutscene if you're in the new graphics mode.
Okay,
And,
that makes perfect
I mean,
sense.
with Anniversary, you couldn't switch back and forth during the cutscenes. It's like once you enter the cutscene,
Ooh.
you're on one. And you can like switch back when you enter the next
I
level.
love choices. Gamers, designers, give me choices. I love you.
So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they're going to be doing with the CG stuff. And from the screenshots we've already seen, it looks amazing. I'll just say it looks pretty.
Super pretty.
Especially on the Xbox One with all the additional hardware and the support behind it.
1080p at 60 frames per second.
For every game.
Everyone.
Every single game.
Dedicated
And
servers.
there you go.
Oh, I'm so excited. Just think about all the potential if they give every single game competitive ranks, how long people are going to play it to get their 50s in every playlist for every game.
You know what dedicated servers also opens up the potential for, which people have been asking for?
Huh.
Spectator mode.
Yes. I don't know if it's going to be in it, actually.
Yeah. I don't know if there's enough dev time to do spectator mode for every game.
Maybe they haven't announced it because that's like...
That would be huge.
That would be a huge surprise.
I mean, would MLG jump back on the Halo wagon if that were to come out?
Would they? I don't know. They're really in bed with Call of Duty right now.
But they used to run Call of Duty and Halo simultaneously.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the Virgin contract, I think, is run out with 343. So the
it
potential's
was just
there.
a year contract. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible.
If that many fans are going to throw money at it and want it to travel around, and now with how live streaming is and people would watch these tournaments online compared to when you had Halo 2 back in the day when you didn't really have that opportunity, it's a whole new audience.
Oh, that's true. Halo 2 and Halo 1 did not... Multiplayer had no streaming. And now it has that access. But let's be honest here. Like, do you really think that the Master Chief Collection is going to sell fantastically like Halo 4 did and grab this whole new audience? Or is it going to be like other anniversary releases where they only sell like 500,000 to 1 million copies?
It's hard to say, I think.
I think it really depends on the install base of the console. With the $399 drop, now they'll push out a lot more consoles, and then especially with holiday season, you've got another push. So it's really a contrast from what you're looking at in homes now to what it will be at release.
And if we're talking numbers, what did we read in that article earlier? 5 million?
5 million Xbox Ones.
Right now in homes.
And that number would jump with Halo. And they'll
I'm
likely
buying an
do a
Xbox
bundle.
One just to get this.
They'll likely do a
collection, by the
Halo
way.
bundle. They'll likely do a Halo collection bundle, I would imagine.
Well, we were asking around, and it didn't seem like they were going to do... Because it already is like a collector's edition in that sense. I mean, according to the people we talked to at the party, it seemed like they weren't going to offer another price point.
I do remember Bravo saying, or someone saying it would be interesting to have one, but they didn't mention anything about actually working
Yeah,
on
but
one.
Bravo's been working on that non-stop for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
So, like, for the last year, he's been working on it. 2 months on E3 release specifically.
Exactly.
But, yeah, if he hasn't heard of it, I don't know.
But still, I mean, Shane, you mentioned the price point. $60 for the entire package. That's not just $60 for one game. That's $60 for 93 multiplayer maps, 45 campaign missions, 50 Spartan Ops missions, and Xbox Live introduced for Halo 1,
and
dedicated servers, and 1080p, 60 frames per second.
I'll put it this way.
So much sex.
For all the people who were worried about spending $500 on something with a Kinect, so many places offer $40 for a year live. You get the game for $60 and then the console for $400. You're getting everything you want, including 4 games for that $500 price point without a piece of hardware that'll be sitting there you were afraid you weren't going to use. That'll convert so many people over.
That's a good
It's going
point.
to have a great new audience.
And honestly, I do think that because I expected it to be 100 minimum for all the content they're giving, including the Halo Nightfall short plus the Halo 5 beta. So I think honestly, this is their intention is to be a system seller. I think this really is to get all those people who are unsure about buying an Xbox One to say, okay, I have to get it for this Halo experience, which is a huge part of the Xbox community.
A lot of people, at least I think for our age, grew up on Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening to this podcast, you're most likely listening because Halo's been something meaningful to you. But it's still the best deal you can get for, I think, any game collection, really. You have 4 full games, included all DLC.
Well, any multiplayer games, maybe, because you can get like the Mass Effect trilogy for $30 or whatever. But you're right, that's not like a sustainable redesigned multiplayer at all.
You're talking about 4 games, retail $60. DLC maps retailed over, $150?
Oh, adding all the DLC? Dude, that's a lot.
Did they say there was going to be any kind of DLC in the future with this that people would have the option to get? Or is it all going to be on the disc and that's all there's going to be?
Everything's going to be, all the DLC that's been released to date for every single game is going to be included.
And I don't think they're going to go backwards and recreate new maps. I think they're probably focusing on Halo 5 at this point.
So it's really that old experience of when you buy a game for $60, you have everything that there ever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Halo fan, but I'm an Xbox fan, so I didn't play Halo 1 PC or Halo 2 PC. So there are probably also going to be those new experiences for me as well in multiplayer.
So that's actually a good point, because there were maps on the Halo PC edition that were not on the Halo Xbox edition. So that's something I need to clear up with them, because I know for the Halo 2 Vista ones, they did say that they were going to include those. And they did confirm today that they were going to include the Tombstone and, I believe, Desolation. The last pack that came out for Halo 2 that wasn't included in the multiplayer disc.
Right.
So they did confirm today that they were going to include those. So every Halo 2 map, including the ones on the PC, are included. So it'd be interesting to see if they include the PC-specific ones, which I think there were 6 of on the PC edition, which included Iceland, Geophobia, and a couple others. So it'd be interesting to see if those were included.
Does that push it to 99 maps?
Well, I'm wondering if that's included in the 93 maps.
Yeah, what was it? Dana, you walked up there and said over 100 new maps.
No, they said over 100 maps, so I think he was
including campaign?
I think it was including campaign and Spartan Ops.
Oh,
because Spartan Ops is technically multiplayer,
so
in a sense.
Yeah, we're at 183 or 88.
Yeah, something
45
like that, which is
plus
ridiculous.
40. No, 45 plus 50
50
plus 93.
Yeah, so that's 188.
178. We're math illiterate.
93 plus 95.
Plus 95 is, 188. We got this, guys.
I didn't even want to chime in and get it wrong.
I'm not a math tutor.
188. I have a math minor, so I think I'm okay.
There you go. We got this.
But it's a huge package, and I think it's going to be a concert seller. I think it's going to be something that a lot of people will go out, buy an Xbox One for if they haven't already, and I'm pretty sure because of the holiday season, we'll see some kind of holiday bundle come with it.
No joke. I also think that I was considering getting a PS4 for Destiny, but now with this coming out just 2 months later, I think that I'm just going to buy an Xbox One because there's nothing else I want on PS4. And it gets the Destiny beta like a few days early or whatever, alpha or beta. But I think I'm just going to get the Xbox One and add like everybody to my friends list. So if you want to be on my friends list,
you got an extra 900 spots now with Xbox One.
Yep. It's going to add all my YouTube fans, dude. Anytime I want to do a custom game, just got 900 people chilling.
And even if it's full, you can still follow him.
Exactly. Naked Halo, Twitter handle.
There you go.
YouTube,
V2.
Facebook. Yeah. Well, that's my gamer tag. I need to change that because the backstory behind that is that I made the V2 so that if I ever got banned again, I could make it V3. But everyone's like, nah, now he's got that stupid V2. I'll just leave it. Never going to report the word naked again. And so now I'm stuck with this gamer tag that what should I do? Like N4KED?
Could you change it to Naked Halo?
I could, but then I wouldn't be Naked Eli. I'd be a big ring. That's naked. You see my difficulty.
Yes, I do see that.
Also, this is a total side note. When I went onto the PSN to play Last of Us, I had to set up an ID. Some jerk, took every single combination of naked Eli that ever was and ever will be with all the base characters and dashes and underscores.
No way.
It was really disappointing. I hate you, whoever that was.
Someone loves you or has a really creepy thing for you.
Yeah.
Or someone just really hates him.
Or that, or the
I
latter.
was trying to be positive in
Yeah,
a really
I know.
weird way.
Thanks for putting
I
the
was
spin
being
on it, but
realistic.
I've got a PlayStation enemy out there somewhere. We'll find you,
Yeah,
get
something,
you.
man.
I have a special set of skills.
You
I
will
will hunt
find
you.
him, and you'll take the tag back
Yeah,
by
names.
whatever means necessary.
Gamer tags are hard. They matter, dude.
Yeah.
He's just going to try to sell it to you. That's all he's going to do. He's waiting
He's
for
gonna
you
ransom.
to...
I'm gonna get the call. I have.
You're
what you've
going
been
to
looking
be high
for.
ranked in something. He's just going to be like, you want this, don't you?
Oh, gosh.
Oh man.
So on top of the Halo 2 Anniversary remake, we get the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta.
Yes.
The teaser for that looked pretty sick.
Yeah. Notice they focused on multiplayer,
Yeah.
not campaign. Very happy about that.
Well, they did have the intro bit to the Halo piece for the Xbox 360 where it did kind of cover Halo 5 stuff, which we're not going to talk about in this podcast. There's still some analysis to be done on that video, but
It's just rugby. That's what it was. Halo Rugby Edition.
so we're going to focus a little bit more just on the multiplayer beta piece, but that comes out December 27th of this year, runs for approximately 4 weeks until January 22nd of 2015.
Yeah.
That's a long time
That's
for
through
a
my
beta.
birthday.
I know we had talked
mine
about that.
too.
That was
Yeah.
a really early beta, too. That gives them a
Yeah,
ton of
insane.
time to work on what the community feedback is.
That's 9 months.
So
That's a
they,
baby.
They could do a double set of the beta, one early and then
Definitely,
one
yeah.
late
Hope they
to
do.
try out the fixes and then go
Just
with the
a
community
year-long
again.
beta, dude. They're going PC with that. That's what they could do.
Dude, if Halo came to PC, a lot of people would be in love with 350
No.
right now.
I'm just saying that a lot of PC games have these year-long or 2-year-long betas, and I think it's a really smart route considering how PC gaming has grown recently.
I just don't think Halo's popular enough to get through Steam Greenlight.
Through Steam.
Just can't get
Not
there.
gonna happen.
There's a lot of hype for the beta, though, being that early. You know, with all the recent hires that they've had, like Ghost Diame and
Mm-hmm.
all these guys.
Dursky,
It's
Neighbor, Bravo.
It's ridiculous.
Do you
to
know how many people are going to want an Xbox for Christmas just to play the beta?
Oh, yeah.
Me.
And, I mean, it comes out 2 days after Christmas, so it'd be the perfect time for it, too.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty amazing, I think. The one thing I have seen that people haven't been very keen about is the Spartan abilities,
New Spartan abilities.
which we did get confirmed that they're not armor abilities.
Not armor
5
abilities.
different times that exact phrase when we kept trying to ask.
I know. Everyone was insistent to say that it's not armor abilities.
Why did they use the A word?
Exactly.
Why?
Abilities. X and A. No.
Yeah.
So we're going to figure out what those are probably in coming December.
You want my guess on what it is?
Sure.
Destiny Supers. It's an ability inherent to the character model somehow that you build up with a timer, and it accelerates the timer when you get kills or assists, similar to Titanfall with the Titan, or similar to how Destiny will probably play out with the Supers. And I think you're going to have just that one ability to use. That's like a preset loadout or something you can unlock.
Because a lot of people don't like the abilities that give imbalance to the game, where everyone doesn't start out with
Right.
the same thing.
And that's because of the cooldown timers, is that if you can use the jetpack every 3 seconds, or if you can use invisibility every 20 seconds, or, whatever, that's too short, it's too frequent, it's too powerful. And it completely messes with the balance of Halo, especially the traditional Golden Triangle version of Halo that we all grew up with. So I think that having abilities that spawn maybe once every 5 minutes, or once every 3 minutes or whatever, where people going on sprees can then use those abilities more frequently is totally, it's not completely competitive, it's not completely traditional, but it's more in line with the competitive version of Halo that we know and love.
Take it back to your old camo and overshield spawns with your timers.
Yes, I would love to see that.
Yeah, do the pickups instead of having something that you just go into battle with would be a big change, especially for the competitive, because they don't want any of that stuff that gives imbalance to the game.
That's a good point. So even if it's not on a loadout or some sort of preset, then you could just pick up like a golden gun in game, right? That has 3 one-shot kills. Or you could pick up, I don't know, some flying ability that you can zoom around the map like a freaking wizard. I don't know what it's going to look like, but the fact that it's new Spartan abilities and the fact that they're saying it's not armor abilities means A, that it's not going to be things on short cooldowns that are overpowered, which is awesome. And B, it means that 343 acknowledges that that's not the route they want Halo to continue to go on, where they just keep adding little teeny packages and things that are with frequent uses that really change the gameplay, and I like that a lot. I like this new approach.
I'm really excited for it. It's going to be interesting to see some of the other things that they change with it. I know they're going to probably go back to what a lot of people liked about Halo 2 and Halo 3, and I think with the competitive people that have been hired recently, that's definitely the direction they want to go. But as with any next-gen game, you got to have something that's new, something that's innovative there. So I'm wondering if these Spartan abilities is this new thing, this innovative piece that's going to be included in Halo, and then try to keep everything else and go back to the roots of Halo with that.
Yeah. Who's designing the maps for them now, do you know?
I think for Halo 5, I think most of it's in-house at the moment until probably beta comes out, but Certain Affinity has been the ones that worked on Halo 4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they would be the ones that would be working on this as well. It's Certain Affinity and Saber Interactive.
Yeah, we hung out with a couple of Certain Affinity guys at the Halo party, so I imagine they will probably be working with them on at least a couple maps. Like people don't realize, but they made in Halo 4 like maps like Abandon, like maps that came in the game, weren't DLC, plus they made a ton of DLC.
Well, and they worked on every map pack DLC for Halo 4 except for Crimson. Crimson was done all in-house, and Forge Island was done in-house. Everything else was done by Certain Affinity and Saber Interactive. So we could see them doing, I would see them doing Halo 5. They're probably head over heels right now helping out with the Halo 2 anniversary, and I guess the Halo 1 remakes too, so.
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know what that back end looks like, but
that just seems like a ton of maps to work on compared to how the release schedule was for DLC packs in the past when you have to redo everything and make sure everything looks good and balances.
And to keep Halo 5 on a 3-year release cycle and have this huge side project being undertaken as well, I can only imagine how much time people are putting into this, how much extra people they've had to pull on.
Well, it's funny because I asked Bravo and Neighbor, I'm like, yo, how's living in Seattle? What do you do in your free time? And they're just like, what free time?
Exactly.
Like, this is their life. This is all they do. Well, they do it for them because of the pleasure, the passion.
Right.
They do it for everyone else to make an awesome Halo game. And it's funny you mentioned development cycle because I was talking to Bonnie Ross at the party, and she's so sweet, by the way. Like, I always enjoy talking to her and, like, seeing her perspective. She's so down to earth and so chill. And she basically said, we want to keep Halo to a 3-year development cycle simply because that's the level of quality that we expect of our games. And she said, maybe in the future we'll switch to a 2-year cycle, but we would have to bring on an extra half team, right? So right now you have one team working on Halo 5, half a team working on the Master Chief Collection, and if you combine those and don't do any other side projects, or you just bring on an extra half team, then we could possibly in the future see 343 doing 2-year development cycles.
I would be hesitant to that just because of the reaction that people had with Halo 4 when it had a...
That was 2 different teams. I said the same thing to her. I was like, whoa, girl, Reach and Halo 4 was 2-year. And she said, no, totally different people building it, so that doesn't count.
Still, it's one of those things that I think for the Halo community, we've been used to a 3-year dev cycle, and we're comfortable with that. We don't mind them taking the extra time to nail an experience. And Bungie did a 3-year development cycle.
See, you say that, but I think that the way that the industry has moved is into a much faster pace. That we actually, with the acceleration of technology, expect things faster. And 3 years is now such a long time in internet years that I think people would be super happy to see a Halo game every 2 years.
I would just worry about the quality.
Assuming the quality is the same.
Right. If they can come out with a game in a 2-year dev cycle that has the same quality as what we would expect Halo 5 to be with a 3-year dev cycle, then I guess more power to them. But I don't want them to just go head over heels to try to hit
No,
a
and
2-year dev cycle.
They're very reasonable. Like, they're not going to make that decision lightly. And if they do, they're going to have it super planned out, like, and super figured out before they go that route.
Well, if you were talking about that PC beta mentality where you do year-long betas, if they had a constant, huge community outcry to do that and people were willing to really work on the game with them, then it is possible, because it would be a lot easier to work the kinks out of a game that would usually take that last 6 to 9 months of polish.
There's also the other possibility of having some games like Halo Wars 2 and Halo Spartan Assault 2 that people were kind of anticipating might show up here but didn't.
I don't want either.
Maybe that's what the poster in Phantom Dust was all about. It was a sneak preview of Halo Wars 2.
I don't know if you caught that. There was a one shot in Phantom Dust where in the upper left corner there was a Halo Wars poster out of nowhere. I don't know, but the reason I say I don't want Halo Wars 2 is because the company that made Halo Wars, which is a game I actually enjoyed, doesn't exist anymore. So why would they make a sequel?
Well, they could do it with another studio.
That'd be silly. That's like BioShock 2. I don't want that happening.
Ensemble just, they broke down and they came back as another studio, right?
Pieces of them did, yeah. I don't know the details, but
Oh, yeah, I thought they came back under another name.
I don't know.
But that could be a tie over in a 3-year dev cycle where you have some game like that come out either like 2 years after release, and that'll hold people over until then.
What if you could control your army with the Kinect? How sick would that be?
I'm pretty sure you could with what you can do now.
Hornets flank, Grizzlies move forward, Marines stand aside, take the tower. Like,
if you wanted to do Kinect for Halo, I think Halo Wars would be the perfect opportunity.
That would be
to
a crazy experiment, actually. Oh my god, now I'm kind of excited about something that doesn't even exist.
Hopefully, if Bravo or Jess is listening to this,
there's your future of esports. 2 guys yelling at a TV.
Yeah. Dude, it's like Ender's Game. Like, shift flank left, move through the middle. Like, hand gestures and everything.
That'd be so cool, though, right?
Yeah, what if your hand gestures directed pieces of your army?
That would be...
Microsoft press conference E3 2015. That's how it's going to open up.
Predicted by Podcast 427.
The Halo 5 is going to be the lead for E3 next year. Maybe the year after would be
not
cool.
After this.
I'd rather see 2 guys yelling at TVs. How they had the 3 setups there, they're just all at different stations yelling.
You have everyone yelling and everything is just going crazy in the press briefing.
Then the crowd starts yelling and ambient noise messes up the Kinect.
I'm sure they would probably just hardwire in the mics to the Kinect microphone at that point.
Cool.
I'll see. There's your new idea. For
there you
Xbox,
go.
Just hardwire it in. Then
there you go.
Implants.
Oh gosh, that'd be scary.
One day it's gonna happen.
What do you think the wristbands were for?
Oh no,
boom, boom, boom.
No. The other piece of the collection that we haven't talked about yet is Nightfall, and we don't have much information about that.
Nope. Well, we know that they just started filming on it like last week.
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Bravo
Supposedly
said they've been working on it for longer.
Unquote.
That's
pre-production, yeah, but supposedly production like just started.
So the filming piece actually has started just last week, I think. So that piece is going. The production piece, the whole post-processing thing, I don't think would have started yet because they are still getting footage.
No, they have plenty of time to get footage. That said, like, sometimes they only need 10 days to get all the footage they need, depending on how intense it is, you know?
It's the post-processing that takes a lot of time.
Exactly.
And we're still not sure. I haven't been able to confirm this. Maybe one of you guys have heard something, but we haven't heard whether or not the digital feature will be, and I think Bravo said this when I was talking to him after the press briefing, depending on whether or not the digital feature is done in time, we may or may not get it included.
Claude asked about that. I was there when Claude Herrera asked Bravo, and I think it was Bravo or Ghost, one or the other, and they said that it will be on the disc in full.
Yeah,
it's not going to be like coming in May 2017.
That was the big thing about the whole package, all the games in Nightfall. It is all going to be ready to play or watch right when you take it out of the package.
Oh, I got a question. Are the terminals for Halo 2 going to be in the game? Or is it going to be like the Halo 4 terminals again?
That's a good question. I'm hoping...
Ask. I want to know. It better be in the game, because that's so silly to go online.
I would assume they would do something like they did with Halo CEA. And do it in-game.
Yeah.
I don't see why they would do it any other way.
Yeah.
Nightfall, though, I'm excited to see what's going to be, because I think this is going to be a big tie into what's going to be coming with Halo 5.
I saw on YouTube a slight sneak peek. I guess this could be a potential spoiler. Should I mention it? It's very minor, but if
Go
you
for it,
don't
and I'll
want
let it out
any
if I need to.
spoilers, don't listen for the next 10 seconds. Basically, it was just a shot of a Marine walking on a dock with a lot of people on a sidewalk and like grassy patches. End spoiler. So
Interesting.
it might speak to the location, it might speak to sort of the atmosphere of what's going on, but it really didn't give away anything major. Like everyone's still very much in the dark.
So the one image that we have for Nightfall is clouds on not Delta Halo, the Halo from the first game, the one that's broken up, because you can see as the Halo silhouette goes up, it's broken on the end. So something to do with the original Halo?
Wait, there's a broken Halo?
Yeah, so for the image for Nightfall, the announcement image, it's very cloudy, and then you have part of the ring that goes up, and it's like broken on the end.
So you think that's an ode to Halo 1?
I would guess.
Nightfall is the same name as the third mission in Reach.
Ooh. What is that?
That
What
would
does that
be
mean?
that
We're
would be an
gonna-
interesting correlation. I don't
Where is
know.
this going to tie into the whole
It
series
means there's going to
now?
be a glitch where a guy jumps through a gate
Oh,
and ends the
God.
mission in under 4 minutes.
That glitch
Best.
was good for so many challenges.
I loved it. So many challenges.
So many campaign challenges just made that
All
so
the
easy.
campaign challenges. Yeah.
You can beat that thing in 4 minutes?
I could do it in 3.5. Because I was the world
Ridiculous.
record holder in challenges, so I had to do them every single day for a year and a half. Yep, I did that mission probably twice a week. Good times.
Wow. Just that was one of the easiest. Whenever you get a challenge like that, it was just complete a mission with these skulls on.
Mhm.
You just always go in the Nightfall and it's like, done.
Every time.
3,000 credits. Thank you.
That was my first video ever, believe it or not, on my channel. Was 4 guys, and we all went yellow, just for whatever. And we're just like
YOLO.
hanging out. YOLO, exactly. And
People are going to hate me for that now.
Negative
Sorry.
hates, dislikes right now.
Swag.
And yeah, it was because that was the very first weekly challenge that 343 Industries held. And it was for 34,300 credits. And I was like, this is YouTube content. This is how I'm starting my channel. This is going to be searchable and huge. And I know all the tricks to get through it in the best, most convenient, most efficient way. And people really enjoyed it. And HBO posted it. So thank you to everybody for subscribing and following and helping me grow the channel. What's this you're showing us?
So this
Justin?
is the Nightfall announcement image. And I kind of cropped it a little bit when I posted it today, but as you go up, you can see the burned part of Halo.
Uh-huh.
If you go up a little more, you can see where it's separate.
Okay.
So that kind of indicates the first Halo, I think.
Yeah, actually, because that's what happened was you blew up that small segment. Well, but then the other segment blew up to the other side and destroyed the ring completely.
It's still broken up into pieces, but who's to say that the atmospheric stuff wouldn't just cut off those things and keep the other pieces intact?
It's a good theory.
So the operational piece of Halo wouldn't work, the whole, sending out the pulse to kill all sentient life, but the whole, environment system on the ring is a minor system compared to that big system. So that could still be functioning.
It's a good theory. What happened to the Halo ring in Halo 2, Delta?
Nothing happened to it. It just
It's
got
still
flood
intact,
infested.
right? Yeah.
And then I don't remember which Halo it was in Halo 4.
I'm just wondering because wasn't it at the end of Halo 1 anniversary that we saw that cutaway to the Halo 2 Delta ring, and we saw what happened in it? Wow, I'm blanking completely. There was not the Arbiter on board, the Heretic, and that's how the Heretic learned about what was happening and became the Heretic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
But nothing happened to the second Delta Halo.
No, nothing
it was
did happen.
completely intact.
It was completely fine. It's just flood infested now.
And that was pre-Halo 2, right? Because that's what made him the Heretic. So,
Right.
okay, so then I take it back. That probably doesn't mean anything for this storyline.
The only other Halo that I know of that has been destroyed in some sense, but it was pretty much fully destroyed, was the one that was rebuilt to replace the first Halo at the Ark.
Right,
But that one was pretty much completely obliterated because it wasn't even finished and structurally sound yet.
right.
So it shook itself to pieces.
Yeah, so Halo 1 piece seems to be the most logical theory.
So some kind of tie into that would be pretty interesting.
Now I really want to watch it.
You gotta wait another few months.
Let's go.
Dude, it's going to
Steal
fly
some
by.
stuff.
I know.
Let's go steal the storyboards.
It's going to feel so long. Yeah, it's going to be so short. By the time we get there, it's like, this is already here? What? What?
That's like a 5-minute YouTube video.
It's expected to be something like Fortnite Dawn. Kind of that length.
Like an hour and a half?
I think.
That would be sick.
Maybe an hour and 15
Halo
minutes.
viewing party. Time
Oh,
to
yeah.
rally.
It's too bad we can't do like Netflix parties anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll do a
Sad
Skype
day.
party.
Hey, Microsoft.
There you go.
We'll have the largest.
Launch the viewing parties for us with this.
Yes. Make it the largest
I
viewing
think
party
I think
ever.
that's probably a Netflix thing that they would have to introduce that back.
Doesn't take that long to make some little figures running around on a
Yeah.
screen we can all watch
Well,
together.
Now so kind of a cop-out way to do it would be just start up the snap Skype, and then have Netflix in your main window for
Exactly.
Xbox One.
How
It's not
many
exactly the
people are
same.
allowed in a Halo 1 Xbox party? Is it still 8, like on the 360?
I don't know for Halo.
For the Xbox One.
I don't know. They haven't really said party sizes yet. For
No,
Halo.
I mean the Xbox One is out, and I assume there is party chat.
Oh,
and
you
I wanna
said
know
Halo
how many-
party.
Sorry, no. I know, I'm an idiot. How many people can you fit in the Xbox Live structure?
I think it's still 8.
That would make sense.
I haven't had more than 8, so if it
Hmm.
changed, I haven't tested it.
Yeah, I think it's still 8.
So on Skype, can you pull in up to 25
Skype
people?
has 20. So I'm assuming if they're using the same Skype infrastructure, which it's a modified Windows 8.1 kernel, so I would say probably still 25. Yeah. The only thing you have to do is manually sync Netflix, and if it ever comes to a point where someone buffers,
Ew.
Because
Wait,
of-
why are you saying it's on Netflix and not on the disc?
oh yeah, good point. Never mind. Never mind. I thought we were just talking about Netflix in general, but yeah, no, that's right. So for the
Yeah,
video, you'd be
totally
able to
work.
watch that all in the party. That'd
Yeah,
be pretty cool.
Be sick. Everyone would
Definitely.
have to be quiet though. Can you imagine? Green Skull sitting on the other end, just like.
You just mute them in the party.
Who
like-
wants to take over and have party leader responsibilities right now?
Das Boot.
Das Boot. Das Booten. Enjoy it.
I'm excited though. Everything that's in the package, I'm excited for. The collection was pretty much a godsend to Halo fans everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
Oh.
not excited for this, I think there's something wrong with you. You need to go see a doctor.
You're not a Halo fan.
You're not. That's what that says. And my roommate was, he was exclaiming to me how excited he was because not only did he enjoy the reveal, but he got 3 phone calls. 3 phone calls from friends saying how excited they were to play the Master Chief Collection.
And people from long time ago from our community are making it back to Podtacular, which is really strange. People that haven't been around for 3 years are coming back to the site, which is insane.
Halo's back.
Yeah, everyone's been using the hashtag WeBack on Twitter. It's been pretty cool
I
to
love
see.
it. Yeah, it's really cool to see everyone rally around it. I mean, to play devil's advocate, a lot of damage, quote unquote, has been done with the general quote unquote decline of the Halo matchmaking popularity.
Right.
But I think it's not all due to Halo. I think that as I said earlier, the industry has really evolved and changed, and people don't just stick to one game anymore. They really move around and try out all these other incredible AAA titles and indie games coming out. So the fact is that this is just one time when Halo fans can come together one more time and really be excited. And only if they create it with that incredible ranking system will it have more longevity, like we've seen in the past, in my opinion.
So this is a shout out to everyone. If you enjoy this, support it. Just anyone you know, have them come over and play. Word of mouth will be huge in this. Make it how Halo used to be. Have parties at your house. And
LAN
then
parties.
have everyone buy it
Exactly.
themselves. Just
Pizza.
I'll be hosting a LAN
if
party,
you
that's
want
for sure.
more, support it. Because that's all it's going to take.
And half of it is the developer, and half of it's really the community. Because you have to be able to support the people that are around you, and really, I mean, once you get the experience out there, which I think everyone is going to fall in love with, is going to be going like, hey, check this out. Remember how you used to enjoy Halo back in the day? Well, it's back
Yeah,
on Xbox Live.
big shout out to Bonnie, Kiki, Frank, Josh, everybody, Bravo, that whole team.
Yeah, everyone
is
that was
incredible. Oh, and BS Angel, Jessica, I really missed her.
here. Yeah.
So weird not having her at
Dan
this event.
Ayub also, who's
Yeah,
not,
Dan
not
was here. Saw him walking around.
Oh, he was actually here? I thought
He was. Yeah, he
Okay.
was headed somewhere else though. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. He
where.
was at the presentation. That's right.
Yeah, cool dude.
No, yeah. It was
Just like shout out to how not only this event, I mean just overall and in general, how they've really kept Halo about the community and really have focused on us and listened to our feedback and just made an awesome game and listened to themselves. Like that's a hard balance to strike. And I just always get the feeling that they're the friendliest group of developers. They're the truest, most passionate fans. You don't have those people just like trying to climb the ladder for money. Everyone just seems to be super happy working their job, doing what they do for the love of Halo.
and there's quite a few people that are on that team that came from the community. BS Angel is one of them.
Truth.
Frankie is one of them.
Bravo.
Bravo is one of them. There's a lot of people.
All
there.
the old Halo Pro players that have been helping out,
Neighbor,
working
Gursky,
with
Ghost.
the project. It's the team you want. People who grew up with the game, truly getting that product back out. So you have people who were passionate about it then and are still passionate about it now.
Amen, brother.
I think that's what Halo needs too, and it's what we're gonna get come November.
Yeah, buddy.
Exactly. Was there anything else that we need to touch on for the Halo Master Chief Collection? I think we kind of got
That's a
most
good
of
note
it.
to end on. I like
There
this
are not
ending.
any clan system provided. for
Sad
Halo
day.
2. Yeah.
That is sad.
Which it kind of got filtered out anyways.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
You mean I can't go try out that major clan match? Like they have to be-
No
the
clan
one
match
Jew
playlist.
clan that you had.
So, but to recap, the Master Chief Collection comes out on November 11th of this year. Includes Halo 1 with the remade, remastered multiplayer. Halo 2 completely remastered for Halo 2 Anniversary. Includes 6 completely redesigned maps, including Ascension that was displayed at the Xbox Media Briefing. Halo 3 and Halo 4 as ports, pretty much, except graphics engine redone for all games to include 1080p, 60 frames per second, all on dedicated servers. And something we hadn't mentioned yet, Halo 2 includes Forge and Theater.
Does it?
And
Wait, that was announced? No way.
was.
I thought they said they were still thinking
In the
about that.
IGN stream yesterday, they confirmed Forge game type and Theater,
Wow.
apparently, from what I read.
So does that mean Halo 3 and 4 get Forge in theater?
They still have Forge and Theater because they had them for their own games in the past.
Ooh.
don't forget, it also includes your favorite glitches.
Yeah,
They
good
didn't
point,
take
bro.
that
Button
out.
glitches confirmed.
Button glitches, yes. Super bouncing,
Super bouncing, maybe not.
and
Well,
the Stairway to Heaven,
Yeah.
not necessarily.
that was because the maps were redone, but the actual
Right.
Yeah.
like mechanical glitches.
The button glitches, yes, are still there. You can still
And
BXR, BXB,
While we're on
double
the
shot,
topic,
quad shot.
some of it is using a little bit of the Halo 4 engine. Like that's why we saw Halo 4 armor. It looked a little bit like Halo 4 movement and sounds. Maybe
Yeah.
sounds. But yeah, because some of it is, a little bit of it is Halo 4. But honestly, I think Halo 4 is an incredibly smooth game, and I'm all down for you to like take things that just work better now and integrate it into
Yeah.
the game.
Like a lot of the net code has to be redone because some of that
Yeah, I
net
don't
code
want
is used
Halo
for.
to go
Oh my gosh.
hells to the no.
No. But, I mean, so for dedicated servers, in 60 frames per second, you're sending a lot more data over for those 60 frames per second, which is still amazing. And everything is 1080p native.
Incredible.
So graphics engine completely redone for every game.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm just
Crazy.
gonna stream nonstop. I'm gonna go to sleep still streaming. Like this just sounds. So
I'll have
cool.
streams on at least 4 hours a day, just playing Halo. This coming Christmas season, this coming holiday season, it's gonna be crazy. And then we get Halo Nightfall to be included on disc from what you guys said, and then we get the multiplayer beta for Halo 5 Guardians coming December 27th of this
Yeah.
year.
Dude,
Pretty good Christmas present.
are we? This might be bad etiquette, but are we allowed to stream Nightfall as soon as we get it?
As in, like, stream it on Twitch?
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's a massive viewing
That's a
party. That would be
copyright
amazing.
potential
it?
issue. Because you're not...
I'll have to ask. It seems like it would just be bad etiquette, similar to uploading like cutscenes from Halo 4 or like uploading the ending on day 1 or whatever. But I think someone's got to do it.
Take donations and make a charity event out of it. Get permission. There you go.
Yeah, might not be a bad.
Be the one person allowed. They'll shut down the
Child's
rest of the
Play,
streams, and you can have
Extra
one huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no
if
joke.
they're making it going to be available on disc, I would imagine it probably hits Amazon Video or Netflix shortly after that, right? If not, possibly same day. Although, I don't
But
think they
that's
would do
paid
same
still.
day.
Twitch is free, right? So that's the thing. It's a touchy subject. It's a gray area for sure.
Because Twitch is supposed to be only games, so if you do something that's like a movie,
Oh, that's also a good point.
I don't know if they would hop on that. Like, if they have people that like bots go around like every 15 minutes or so and check.
Ooh, that's a really good point.
So
So maybe you can't even do it. Maybe
I would
it's just-
err on the side of caution and say no.
Sorry, guys. Trying to get
But
your
that's
free
just me.
copy of Nightfall. I'll upload it to YouTube. Don't worry.
It'll probably end up on YouTube somehow anyways.
There's no way it won't.
It's going to happen.
Just copyright things. Take down. Oh, here comes another few more. But no, it's going to be something that everyone will have the game in person, so everyone's going to
Yeah, everyone
watch it.
who
That's-
cares. Everyone who
everyone
wants
who
to watch an
cares is
hour
gonna
and a half
have it.
Halo
Exactly.
skit. Yeah.
Exactly. So, lots of cool stuff for Halo. It's a great time to be a Halo fan. I think this is probably the Xbox briefing that everyone was hoping for, with the Master Chief Collection finally being confirmed. Halo 2 Anniversary being included with it. A little information on Nightfall. Access to the Halo 5 multiplayer beta, which everyone is ecstatic about. Again, the only negative comment I've seen regarding the collection is the whole mention of Spartan abilities for Halo 5 multiplayer beta. But other than that,
And no clans and CJ cutscenes. People complain
Yeah.
about weird things.
people complain about the strangest things. And NeoGAF, apparently Frankie was going crazy on trying to fix
Yeah.
things on NeoGAF yesterday. So I feel kind of bad
but
for
that's
him.
a community of toxic people.
Yeah,
honestly.
it
No
really
offense
is.
to that whole community, but there's definitely you got your couple toxic people.
And they got their E3 pass denied this year.
Did they?
Yeah, they couldn't come under media.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sad day to be a Halo Gaff person. Halo
So-
Gaffer, as they say.
exactly. But I mean, for the Halo Gaff people, they probably get in under 343 because Halo Gaff guys they're pretty cool people.
Yeah, for the most part. I like
Yeah.
most of them. They're pretty tight with a lot of the 343 guys.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this has been a great experience. I've really enjoyed E3 from my first one being here. I'm hoping to be here next year when they talk more Halo 5 specific stuff.
It's going to take over. You should have seen it for Halo 4, man. Halo 4 posters everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Now, we did get a special t-shirt from the party last night.
that we did.
The shirts that you saw them wearing during the press conference, the gray shirts that Bravo, Ghost, and Neighbor had on, they made 30 total, so they brought the other 27 to the party and
Limited print.
let everyone
Yep, buddy.
grab one.
Yeah. So we basically had staff shirts printed like that for Halo 4 a couple years ago for a PAX East party. And basically here they have those exclusive staff shirts it's a pretty cool design too. The ones that they were handing out after the briefing, there was a mix, and one of the mixes was the white on gray, which is actually the shirt I'm wearing now. It's the same design, but the limited print ones are on the whitish gray with the gray outline. So still, they're pretty cool shirts.
I just wish they weren't all in large. Sad face for
Yeah.
us small people.
There was a medium.
There was an extra large. I did
Was
manage to
there
grab an
one?
extra large.
One medium.
One or two mediums.
I didn't get to see any of those. I checked like 20 bags. And that's true for the whole convention. Everything's in large. The Smash Bros shirts we got, all
Every
large.
Our
single
largest.
They just hand
Yeah.
you one. They don't even ask what size. Every single shirt.
I asked them and they're just like, yeah, they're all larges.
Which
like-
sucks.
Yeah.
It's like,
Think about
why?
the small people.
Think about the big people too.
You just,
Yeah.
you just like tight shirts.
I do, baby. Mm.
So with that, I think we're going to wrap it up for now. We'll have another
Yes.
podcast talking about Halo 5 once we get a chance to dissect that and digest every little frame that's in that thing. Because there was some stuff talking about the Spartan in there, which is, I believe, Commander Locke. That's who they said it was. So lots of stuff to digest there. We'll get to that in the podcast later on in the week. And tomorrow, probably today when you're listening to this, we're going to be talking with 343, helping clarify some of the questions they have. So they're going to go through some of the Twitter questions, and we're going to talk to them, clear some stuff up here on the show, and we'll post it up pretty soon after that, after we can get it approved through 343, making sure that we're not saying anything they don't want out there necessarily. So it's going to be one you want to listen to. And then we'll have another show probably talking about the rest of E3 in general sometime next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Halo,
There's more D3.
I know, right?
Other than that Smash we played, I haven't seen anything yet.
Well, there's apparently this game called Destiny that's been made by Bungie.
We'll have to check that out
I've already
tomorrow.
played the alpha.
So
Let's just saying, it's a fun game.
it's a fun game.
That's a whole separate can of worms. Though.
Whole separate discussion.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys for listening. This has been Podtacular. Remember, you can check us out on our website, podtacular.com, and we normally live stream our shows, and you can find us on Twitch. That is twitch.tv/Podtacular, and we record normally on Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and our new Instagram, where we've been posting some pictures, some Halo-related stuff. You can find that over at instagram.com/Podtacular. And we'll do another few shows while we're here at E3. We'll return to our regularly scheduled shows next week. But thank you, Nick and Eli and Shane, for coming out.
You got it, brother.
No problem. Here's to quad shot on midship.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen.
So we will see you guys next time. Keep on fragging the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.